Hello everybody, it is me, EpicBrisketooze, and today we are here with a new video of Citrus, the manga book volume 1, volume 6. I am reading volume 6 finally, and so far I've only read the first chapter of the book, and just, oh my god, the back is so misleading so far, but the title is so freaking funny. The best laid plans. I don't think I ever read the back. I think I just bought the 6 books since I already had like 4 or 5 of them. So I was like, I'll just buy the 6th one. But man, I like it how the back says, "Oh, Yuzu makes this book called uh, what's it called again? How to fall in love with May and live happy ever after." That's just like the most funniest thing. And her reactions during that first chapter is just amazing and super cute. How she's just freaking out, she can't look at her, and then she like sees her clothes in a bathroom and just starts freaking out. Like man, she's like going crazy, like even crazier than she was at the beginning of the book. She just keeps on getting crazier and crazier, and soon she's just probably not even gonna take it anymore. But I loved May's reaction to it. May was just like, okay, I'll just go along with your plan. But it's just like everyone else is just like, what? And the color page at the beginning is pretty cool. It like leaves off from the last book, but in color. And then they have like another like other color page where it shows May looking at a book called Let's Learn About the Science of Love, but then Yuzu is looking at a Yuri manga still. So you could tell their different personalities at the beginning just like that. So I just want to say that the way that I'm going to be doing this review or me checking out this book is that I'm just going to be reading the book, and when I have thoughts that I want to say, I'll like talk again. So I guess I'll be back in a few seconds from now. I am back. This is the second chapter. It seems to me that I'm doing more of a play-by-play than an actual review, but so far I'm done, I guess, the second chapter or the second part of the book, because there's these things, these black pages that show that you're like at like that points where you're done the chapters. But the second chapter of this of this 6th book was really interesting. I really loved it. How in the first chapter May found out about the book that Yuzu wrote about how their perfect date would go, and then like in this book, like Yuzu's trying to get the book back because apparently May confiscated it, but then May just shows the book to Yuzu, just like, I am the one that's gonna keep this book. I'm the one that's gonna follow the plans that you have here. You need to remember it by memory or whatever. That's sort of what Yuzu was thinking, but I just found that super interesting that May is so like, I guess, like emotionally inept or something like that, where she needs to follow the book or else she'll be completely awkward or random or completely emotionless on the date where she won't know what she wants to do. And then they went on a date where May May was just following the book, which is really weird to see that she would just follow the book obediently, but I guess that she's like super strict and stuff like that. But then at the ending of the date, May was just looking at the book too much instead of thinking about the dates, and then Yuzu just had to throw the book away. But then uh, and then after that, Yuzu tried to try to end the date with the book still, and then just seeing like Yuzu was just was just like Yuzu found out that May was trying to follow the book completely and fully, so then she decided to use the book. So then at the very ending of their date in the second chapter, she hugged May, and then May like was very embarrassed about it, was very embarrassed about following the book, but then was also loving that Yuzu was like hugging her really well. And there was a detail that was added in the last page where apparently Yuzu was wearing wearing those shoes that make girls look taller, which is kind of cute and pretty cool to see. I can't wait to see what happens in the next chapter, but so far I'm really loving what's happening in book 6. Okay, seems we are back. The book is almost done. The book is almost done. Just got just the third of the book is now done from what I've read, and holy, a lot happened so far. Like holy, just like the ending of this is just like wow, you would not expect that. Like man, that like hit me seeing Yuzu cry like that. But damn, man, her friends are ruthless from the first episode. But other than that, the starting of it was pretty cool with her getting a part-time job in order to get ranked, in order to get like couple rings with her and Yuzu, which was pretty cute, and I've seen people do that before. But then, because she got a part-time job, her school doesn't allow it because her school is super strict and stuff like that. But then she like asked Harumin for help, which was super cute, and asking and asking her to like, just in case someone asks her where she is at nighttime, she has someone to scapegoat her. But then as she's like asking Harumin this, she goes to like hug her and kiss her and stuff like that. But then, but there's like another girl there because Harmina he's doing a study session at her house. So then the girl there ends up having a nosebleed, which was honestly I laughed out at that moment seeing that other girl have the nosebleed. She's just like, if you guys keep on hugging and kissing, I'm gonna end up having wanting to have some of that too. I'm pretty sure that's what she was thinking inside of her head. But then seeing her come home all like tired and stuff like that, I can understand that feel like back when I used to have my job. Whenever when I got home, I was just tired and I would just fall over and I would just be like, "Damn, that is just work trying to like most days you do it casually, but then some days you have to work so hard. Every single day is just so hard sometimes." And then but then, as the days go on, she ends up going to that place. She ends up going to work again, but then she sees Matsuri. Matsuri's back. It's been a while since we've seen her. I don't think we've seen her since maybe the school field trip, or maybe the one that we saw her in the last chapter. She was in a side story, the threesome joke. That joke was pretty funny. But then Matsuri says that buying a ring for May is kind of hardcore. To be honest, I don't think that's hardcore. Their relationship is pretty stable and pretty like ongoing, and they even I guess they've only been on one date so far. I guess two dates if you count that time that she went with Matsuri like a long time ago. But I'm pretty sure that their relationship is pretty intense for a first date. So I think that getting rings isn't too intense. But I guess in Matsuri's eyes it is, even though that she's like intense too. But at her job she has like a worker there, like the manager or something. That guy, honestly, that guy's pretty cool. Like, and seeing the way that he acts with Matsuri, he's a pretty cool dude. I hope that Yuzu continues working at this job because that is an amazing character. Honestly, he reminds me of the guy from Sweetness and Lightning. You know that one with the dad and his daughter. That's what that guy reminds me of. Maybe like he just seems like that. His hairstyle and everything. And then, and then after that, later in the chapter, you see that Harumine is with her older sister from book 5, and then she's at the grocery store. But then May's at the grocery store, but then May doesn't know that Harumi knows that Yuzu is at a part-time job, so then she needs to cover for herself, and saying that Yuzu isn't at her house studying, so then she needs to cover for her again, which was a pretty cool moment. And Harumi's sister got a little bit mad, which is obvious that she would be because Harumi's sister is super like strict too, but she's doing it in a good way. I guess like you could say that Harumi's sister is like May's sister. And then after that, we get the part where when she leaves her part time job, she sees her two old friends from the first book, which I've already said before. But seeing them again was pretty cool. I might need to look back because I can't even tell if their designs are the same. But then we see them talking, and then Yuzu has to put up her lie again. But then she's saying, "I should. They're my old friends, so they'll understand if I say that I have a girlfriend instead of a boyfriend." But then they end up seeing two girls kiss each other, and then they start joking about it and start stigmatizing them, which is like, I guess bad. It's bad, even though that you don't know them. You shouldn't talk about people behind their back. Sometimes it's okay, but man, but then seeing Yuzu's reaction to them doing that because she wanted to tell them about May, but then they're laughing about two girls kissing in public, and then they start laughing at her because saying that she shouldn't take their jokes so seriously and stuff like that. And then she starts fake laughing, and oh man, that was just like your heart just clenches when you see stuff like that. Seeing their friends be like that, where oh, you could just tell that when Yuzu walked away and told them to take care of that, they just were just laughing and gossiping about her, which is honestly heartless, and they just don't know what they're talking about or doing. And then when she gets home, she cries in front of May, and May is just like, "Oh God." Just May's reaction to seeing Yuzu cry is just amazing. Honestly, they like the tears are pretty amazing. Like that face, just that looks real. They even got the snot in the nose, which is not a lot of series do. The art style looks amazing in the shot where Yuzu's crying and stuff like that. But I can't wait to finish book 2. This might end up being a video on itself because of how long it's being. But it's just me basically just discussing my thoughts on the book and what I'm feeling and what I'm feeling about the books. Okay, we're finally here at the ending of my review of Citrus, Book 6. So, what happened? Okay, so far, from where we left off at, it seemed that Yuzu was crying in front of Mei. Then she walked away, and then she went to her room. Then she started crying in her sleep, which was it's very hard to see that because and then after that, the next day, Mei left her Mei left her a note asking her to. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I think that happened in the last chapter. I think I'm getting confused with what I'm reading. But then she woke up. She was late for a test at school, and then she before she even left, I think she missed that class because she was still crying, which was very bad. I can't believe that her old friends made her cry so much. There's just so much to take in. And then after that, we see her going to the library, and then we see her see Mei at the library, which is what she didn't want to see. And even before that library scene, you see her crying on the roof of the school because she can't take being around people anymore because she realized how mean people are and how judging people are, which is something that I can relate to too. Just like as soon as when like one person says as soon as when one person says something, you think everyone thinks that, so then you just start like holding on to your heart. You start feeling having like narrow vision. You can't like be anywhere, so then you need to like go outside. You need to like leave everything. You need to like hide away somewhere. But then she goes to the library and then she sees Mei there. She ends up trying to walk away, but then Mei notices her, which is pretty funny because you can just see that like there's little like things that you use like little like captions and stuff like that where there's like a jolt where she jolts in front of her. So then she ends up talking to Yuzu, asking her why she was crying and stuff like that. Yuzu explains what it is, but can't explain it too well. So then Mei ends up explaining it to her, and she explains it to her with the way that Yuzu used to act in the past, which is pretty awesome with what the author did, like having Mei develop by trying to be like Yuzu by actually like cherishing all of her memories with her big sister, and then like you see Yuzu hug her, and it was a pretty loving moment with her with Yuzu asking Mei if everything that she's been doing with all of the love and all of the stuff if it's all right, and then Mei like says yes to everything. So then after that, you see this huge page, this one page, these 2 pages dedicated to this Yuzu smiling at Mei, and I can't lie, that page looks amazing. Like I need to look at that image online because the book distorts it a little bit with it being 2 pages, but I just want to have that huge image because that her face looks sort of weird, but it looks very cute and looks. I really like that smile that she gave to her, and you can see that there's tears in her eyes, but they're happy tears. So then they aren't like as big as her crying tears. They're like you can see like the shine in her eyes a little bit, and then after that you see them go home. So and then Yuzu presents the marriage proposal to Mei, showing her the rings that she bought in the last chapter that she was buying to, which Matsuri thought was too intense. So then Mei ends up holding up both of her hands, asking Yuzu which finger to put it on. And then I think Yuzu puts it on her left hand. I'm pretty sure. I might be getting that wrong, but her left hand. And then after that, Mei like says like, "What should we do next?" And then Yuzu starts freaking out again in her freak out mode, and then she like says, "Oh, as a big sister, I should finally take out the next steps." And then she starts like removing her shirt, but then Mei goes to sleep. Like that's I think that's a recurring joke. Like she even did that in the past before they even started doing this stuff. Like even in the first book, she would just randomly just go to sleep, saying that she was too hot and stuff like that. Actually, I wonder, is that a mixed message? Is she hot because she's hot, or is she hot because she's literally hot? There could be mixed messages there. There's lots of foreshadowing there then, but I'm probably thinking too much into it. So then we also had then the chapter ended with them both going to sleep, and then I also really like the short stories that the author does at the ending of the book. The short stories are pretty funny and pretty interesting to see. I really love it when authors do that, put more extra time into it. I know that they don't really have to, but them doing it is pretty awesome for them to do, to put that much work into even putting short stories at the ending of the book. But book six was pretty awesome. I really loved everything that happened to it. It really made the story go farther. It developed Mei a lot. It also developed Yuzu a lot, and lots of strings were thrown. I don't know what's gonna happen in book 6, but I can't wait. But this video has gone on for too long, so if you've just been listening to my thoughts on what you think about what I thought of this book, then leave a like if you like my thoughts of this book. Leave a dislike if this isn't the type of review that you wanted to see since there's spoilers and stuff like that. But I guess reviews do have spoilers, and unless I put non-spoiler in the title, which probably I won't be doing. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next review, which is either going to be some other day. And yeah, see you later. Bye.